What's up, everybody? Brian France here with Mortgage Broker Marketing. Opened it up a little bit early. Try to get see a couple of you have joined. Today's webinar is all about how to get ranked, how to get your mortgage business ranked on the Google Maps in your area. So we'll talk about our process for that and go from there. But welcome. I see a number of you have joined. If you can just put a 1 in chat, let me know you can hear me, see my screen, and hear me, and I'll pop open the chat as well so I can see that. So if you can hear me, please 1 in chat, let me know. Make sure I'm connected. See a number of you in here. And looks like I got some 1s in chat. So thank you. So again, Brian France, Mortgage Broker Marketing, with you today with a new webinar here, how to get ranked on the Google Map in your service area. So let me click into there. And so this is all part of the digital dominance method, where each one of these is something our company handles and something you want to pay attention to in your digital marketing, right? You've got to have a website, some SEO, some pay-per-click, some retargeting, so the paid online directory, and how to layer them all, together, right? So it works for your mortgage company. But today's is all about this this SEO area, right? That Google Maps SEO area. So if you can just turn off your cell phones, Facebook, close those other tabs. If you're serious, your mortgage company, you're serious about growing, and this next 60 minutes will be very impactful. So what we're going to cover today are the latest updates with the Google Map listing. The 5 biggest issues that could be preventing you from ranking on the Google Maps, our proven model for ranking in the 3-pack, and so we're gonna uncover that and show you some results, and then what we did for them, and the best tools to systematize and automate the whole process, and automate that heavy lifting. So who am I and why you should listen to me? So I'm the author of the book, Internet Marketing for Mortgage Brokers. Let me know if you need a copy. Be happy to send you that. Widely accepted as an expert in the space for digital marketing for mortgage companies. And I think the most important thing is I've worked with dozens of mortgage companies from coast to coast. And so everything I'm sharing with you today is not based on a book I read, or it's real live examples, and that's working in today's market. So, and this is what we do. This is what we've been working with mortgage companies. Our first one was in 2013, and strictly mortgage ever since the start of 2017. And so our team is passionate about getting good results for our clients. We're on a mission to help 100 mortgage companies triple their sales by getting their internet marketing done right. So always like to start these off with a question here, right? Does Google Maps matter? Does it even matter today? Well, we know that, with the paid ads taking up a lot of the real estate in that top area, right, of the search results page. And then you have the map area, and then below that are the organic listings, right? We know that 44% of the clicks and the calls happen in this Google Map area. So even though the ads, right, are still a good play, and then the maps, now there's benefits to, there's benefits and disadvantages in each area, right? Some of the benefits for showing up in this map area, right, is a lot of visibility. Disadvantage is you're kind of limited to your city, right? The city that you're in. If you're in a really small city, then that's kind of where you're limited. You're not going to be able to show up in another town two towns away in that area, but a lot of visibility. And then the ads up here, right? The disadvantage of you can rank wherever you can get an ad place in whatever market, wherever you're licensed, but the disadvantage there, right, is the cost, right? They'll come in at a much higher cost. So again, 44% of the clicks and calls happen from that maps area. And so yes, Google Maps does matter. And so why are map listings important? And you can see there's been a number of changes going on in the map area. Now they're starting to serve the ads there. But we know from this is just about a month ago, or just about a week ago, when I took a screenshot of this call report. These are calls, and right here at the top there is that Google listing, right? That Google My Business used to be called Google My Business. Now I still call it that, but we know from first-time callers here, this client got 51 phone calls, right, from his Google listing, and then organically, right, 28. And from the pay-per-click ads, right, 33. So just another example, another client right there ranked right at the top of the list there. I think I screenshotted that yesterday. You can see from the Google My Business listing, he got 40 calls and then 24. So and this is 30 days, right? So in a 30-day time frame. So yes, Google Maps does matter. It does drive phone calls, and you can't rely on pay-per-click. So some of the biggest changes in the maps area, right, is the Google Map many years ago went from 7 listings down to 3, and then now Google is serving paid ads in that top 3 in that Google Map area, right? So and here's just another example of that, right? You see the paid ad there, and then the 3 organic listings. So we're going to be talking today all about getting your company ranked in this area, right, in this top 3. So and then here's just another image showing the Google ad, right, the map area, and then the Google SEO, right? And there's things you want to do to get into each one of these areas, right? And you want to show up in each one of these, right? You want to have a real estate in each one of these, right? Showing up down here, showing up here, and in the ads, right? You want to you want to dominate the search results. And so, but today is all about getting ranked in this area and really owning that, right? You can see here, this is a client ranked 2 times on that search result. You can see up there, Miami mortgage broker. So you want to own the search results, the map listings, and the organic listings. Just another example of that right here. There's our client, and you can see here, I did a FHA loan, and you see their website mentions FHA loan. So we'll talk about how to get that to show up, and how to show up when someone does these types of searches. So Google says it has reduced. So we're continuing to talk about what's changed over the years, and since 2015, Google says that it has reduced the number of Google Maps listings by 70%, right? These fake listings, these listings that, there might have been a provider that you used in the past that would set up an office at, in a listing where you don't really have a location, you're just getting mail or like a UPS store or something like that. So they've reduced the number of listings by 70%, right? So they've taken a lot of those off. And so if that was a practice that you used in the past and you still have those listings out there, these things could potentially be hurting you. And so what could be hurting your rankings today on maps, right? So the number one thing, right? You need an office in the city you're targeting, really to rank well in maps. And again, did you try to spam a bunch of fake listings out there? If you still have those listings out there, those you want to go find them, remove them. They're not providing any value, and they could be hurting you. So an inconsistent name, address, phone number profile across the web in these citations, an inconsistent, right, where that's going to confuse Google, right? If there's even little things like if there's something in your address like Southwest instead of SW, or the suite number is spelled out, or any inconsistencies, you want everything to match what Google has for as an address, and you want all the other properties around the web to have that with consistency, to show your company with consistency. And then, did you try to spam like keywords in the business name, right? That could be potentially hurting you, right? This I see it a lot, and there's a lot of companies that are getting away with it, right? They're putting like the city name and mortgage company or mortgage broker next to in their business name, right? It's kind of tacky, but you really want it to match what's on your business information or your business license, and yeah, this obviously these are in Google's terms of service here, and you don't want to be doing that, right? That could potentially hurt you. There's people getting away with it, so you could. And guys, let me know if there's anything, any questions, write them in chat. The other thing I wanted to mention, this is being recorded, and so I'll share with you the YouTube video after. And if you ever did want us to take a look at these things, show you what you could be what could be improved in your profile, go ahead and book a call with us. Our schedule link is mortgagebrokermarketing.com/schedule. So I'd be happy to do that. But so yeah, spam in the name, in the business name, or even in the categories, right? And do you have enough reviews across the web? So this is another really important thing, right? If you don't have enough reviews, what could be potentially you're just going to be up a much steeper hill, and that's going to be a lot tougher to rank if you don't have enough reviews. Because if you go and look at a lot of search results, so sometimes you'll find like how did that person get there? He has no reviews, or he doesn't even have a website. Well, most of the time with the most competitive keywords, right, the ones that have a lot of listings, the ones that have a lot of results, you'll see that the ones that are in the top 3 have a significant amount of reviews. So our proven formula here for getting ranked in the 3-pack, that top one, this is your Google My Business listing. I keep calling it Google My Business. It's actually been changed to Google Business Profile, and or GBP. And you want to have control of that. You want to have a login where you can log in, you can check the settings, you can update things, and you want to own that. You don't want another company that set that up for you to and you don't have control of it, right? That this, you have your own login, Google My Business. I don't suggest using another company to set it up for you. You can give other companies access to it. If you did work with like another marketing agency, you can give them access to the listing. You don't, so they can go in and make changes and optimize. But yeah, definitely want to do that. There's a number of citations out there, right? All these different companies like Angie's List, Local, Yellowbot, City Search, YP, right? There's all these different citations or listings out there that have your name, your address, and your phone number, and you want to be listed in all of them. I mean, there's thousands of them. You want to be listed in as many as you can with consistency, right? With the consistency in the name, the address, and the phone number, right? The NAP. You want to get reviews, and you want to have them consistently coming in, right? You don't want reviews, or the last time you got a review was a year ago, right? That those aren't going to be trusted as much, and they're not going to. You want them to consistently come in, and then there's some little things you can do with them. If you can get the people to mention, what they did with you, like, hey, was it an FHA loan or was it a jumbo loan? Mention those things. Have the reviewer mention those things would be helpful, or have them mention, your keyword home loans or something like that. If they bought their first home, have them mention that. But I share with my clients, get them to review you. At the end of the day, that's all we need. And then some on-page elements are important, right? And so we're going to cover all of these, and let's get into it. So the first thing is claiming and optimizing your Google business profile, right? So make sure you have a login, update your company name to read your company name, right? Don't add additional keywords there. It's not necessary, right? We have many clients in many different markets across the country today, ranking in that top 3, not doing that, right? So it's not needed, and it goes against Google's terms. So and then you can add your website, right? And this will provide a valuable link back to your website, and an inbound link, right? The more inbound links you have, the more authoritative you appear in Google's eyes. So add your website address. Don't use an 800 number. Use your local office line, right? And make sure someone's going to answer that, right? If it goes through a recording, those sometimes can be tough, right? People a lot of times will go to the next one. And use a local address in a business, a business address, right? No PO boxes or UPS stores. Those are not going to work. Google to see those on, and if you did use, say, a virtual address or something like that, don't use one of the big companies like Regis, or, Google knows these things, and those are viewed. And I feel that they'll just eventually catch all these, virtual addresses. It's best to really have an office address, and upload photos, right? As many photos as you can, right? Personal photos from your cell phone, right? Those cell phones have important metadata that get passed. Now they're on your listing, and then the way you name those photos too, don't just name it like, image1 .jpg or something. You really want to include like a keyword in the naming of that photo. And yeah, so, think of like pictures in and around the office, outside the office, with clients, people at their desk working. People resonate with people. So the more you have, the more authenticity you have with your photos, and you know, and this will help, right? Save the file name before you upload it with a unique file name that talks about it, that, you know, that leverages the keyword. Will help give more context to your Google listing. And list your hours of operations, obviously services offered. These are all the things you fill out in the info section in your Google profile, right? And let me know if in the comments if anyone has questions, would like to see an example of this, and I'd be happy to pull one up. And so, best practices. Update your photos, add them on a consistent basis. You definitely want to, don't just add like 4 or 5 of them and then forget about it, right? Add some, you know, as you met with a realtor at Starbucks or something, snap a photo, upload that to your listing, right? Again, the photos taken on your mobile device will pass metadata and give some juice back to that Google listing, right? And now there's things inside this Google dashboard now to post. You can do essentially like a social media post in your Google profile. And I recommend doing that at least monthly, right? But you definitely want to be posting in there. And let me know if anyone has questions about that. I see a number there's a number of you on here. And let me make sure I pulled up the chat. Looks like I might have missed, had the wrong chat pulled up. So got it. All right. And so respond to reviews, right? Is the next thing. You get a review, respond to it and add some context to the review. Like, hey, it was a pleasure helping you buy your first home, or it was a pleasure helping you with that jumbo loan or that VA loan. That will again help give context. And there's a place in there you might not have noticed, but people can go to Google, and this doesn't happen you know, every single day or 10 times a day. But people could go and ask a question like, hey, what's the credit score for this? Or, you know, you want to go in and answer those questions as they get posted. So pay attention to those. There we go. And so the second thing here is to build the citations, those listings around the web with consistency, right? Lots of citations across the web. There's thousands of them, and you want to be listed in as many, and there's tools that will go out and find these citations, see how your company is listed, see how the address, the name, and all this. There's a lot of companies out there that have gone through changes. They've changed addresses, they've changed phone numbers, they've changed even the company name. And so a lot of these listings might have some of those old details, and right, we're confusing Google, right? We don't want to do that. And so having a consistent name, address, phone number profile across all these different citations, so that helps Google understand, okay, this is that company, it's not listed over here, it's not listed over here with a different address. And these listings provide you a spot to put your website link in and get another valuable inbound link to your website. And you want to limit the duplicates, right? So there's, again, sometimes these listings, there might be 1 or 2 of them, right? You had a different address, so then another one gets created, right? If that one is not active anymore, there's no reason to have it there. So and there's tools that can find all these and get those removed or get those updated. And you know, pay attention to the incorrect business details. These could be costing you. So and then pay attention to the data aggregators. There's a four main ones that feed all these other sites, right, with information. So if one of these has incorrect info, right, like Newstar, if it had incorrect info, it could be spreading that misinformation or that incorrect those incorrect details onto other sites, right, and further. So we used to do this back in 2013, 2014. We'd have our guy just going in, updating all the listings when we would get a new client, and he would go in, and then we would check it like 2 months later, and it's like, wait, how did it go back to that old address? What the heck's going on here? Well, the data aggregator had the wrong info. So pay attention to those. So there's four main ones, right? Factual, Axiom, Info Group, and Newstar. And then there's tools. There's one that we use a lot here is Bright Local to give us an idea of where our client citations are. And some people that recently signed up, it's good to know, like, okay, we have to go through and fix all these. And there's tools. There's other tools that do this, like White Spark and Moz. But Yext is one that connects like 50 plus listings with one login here. So you can make a change here, and it's connected to all of these different 50 plus different citations, right? And these ones that Yext controls have a lot of authority, right? They're not just they're ones you want to pay attention to, that you want to be listed in with consistency. There's many out there that really don't have a lot of value. They don't have a lot of traffic, things like that. So so if anyone did want to check where they're listed, see how consistent they are across the web, visit our website, mortgagebrokermarketing.com/scan, enter in your business details, and you'll get a report that comes back that looks like this, right? And it'll show all the listings, like, hey, what's incorrect. What you can see, this one has like a couple different, different things going on, right? Like different phone number here, different phone number. And some of that, it shows like, hey, we're not listed there. And so that can be a problem, right? If and there's tool that the tool Bright Local will tell us, like, okay, our top 5 competitors, what listings are they in, right? So okay, they're listed in one that I'm not, so we know we're going out and claiming that listing. So again, mortgagebrokermarketing.com/scan, and you'll do a listing check. So enter in your business details, name, address, phone number, and then go. So citation best practice is to really that Google listing, manually claim that. I also suggest manually claiming and connecting the Bing listing to your Google business page. Use a tool like Yext to syndicate and connect all your all those top citations, the ones you really want to pay attention to immediately. Get listed in the data, the major aggregators, and leverage a tool like Bright Local or White Spark to find other listing or other niche listing opportunities, right? There's specific ones that are designed or that are made just for mortgage or just for real estate, right? You want to make sure that you're listed in those. In your city, they have specific ones just for the city that you're in. Say it's in Tempe, right? There's certain business sites that are all for Tempe. You want to be listed in those. And then, yeah, you want the lots of real reviews, right? I put real there in the quotations or in the parentheses, but you want to make sure that that you're doing this on a consistent basis. Our clients that do the best with this, right? They incentivize their loan officers and they pay dividends, right? These reviews, people are reading them, and we hear it all the time that, our clients are, are finding that like the people that are calling them, they've read reviews, right? And I have a story with one of our clients. They a lot of the loan officers started to notice the other one of the other loan officers started getting a lot of calls, and they were like, wait, why is everyone calling for her? How come they're not like, I want some of that? And so once they realize like, oh, all these reviews, they're mentioning her name, boom, boom, one after the other just kept mentioning her name. And then on the website, we post those reviews. We have those reviews showing up, right? And they're it's like a revolving thing, right? When a new one comes in, a new one will pop onto the website. And so it's just mentioning her everywhere on the web. And so people are calling just asking for her. They're like, okay, she's taking care of people. But so pay attention to that. And then so yeah, the ones that they've baked, the ones our clients that do the best here, they've baked it into their culture, right? It has changed their business, but they know they plant the seed at the beginning, right? And then they follow up, right? They ask, they send an email, they send a text message, and then they follow up with that person, right? They pick up the phone and call. But there's tools that do this. A tool is only as good as someone that uses it. At the end of the day, someone needs to send an email, send a text, and then follow up with that person, right? They could leave a review card with them. They could, but again, train those loan officers, train them to plant the seed at the beginning, and what that might look like is, hey, if I do a good job with you or for you, would you mind, spending a minute or two leaving a review after we've closed successfully or whatever. And this will start to pay dividends in a number of ways, right? Your loan officers are going to start to see those reviews, right? See what they actually appreciated about working with you or working with that particular loan officer, right? Then they can hone in on that, make that aspect of their business even better. So make a call after the loan closes, and that's I was mentioning that, and build reviews into your company culture, right? This will open your eyes to a lot of things. Like I was just sharing, like oh, I didn't know that's the part that they really liked, right? About working with me. So there's some tools out there like Review Buzz or Podium or Bird Eye, and so, to help you with the automation, right? You can connect these tools. We have one as well. After someone closes, boom, you just put their name in, and it'll shoot them their review request. And so the last thing here, on-site optimization. So we talked about claiming and optimize your Google listing, the citations, the reviews, and then you want to pay attention to your website, the on-page optimization, right? You might hear this as on-page SEO, or there's elements around the website that need to be optimized around SEO for you to get the results, right? If you're in a much, like in a large market like San Diego or Phoenix, right? There's a lot of other companies around you that want to be in that top 3. And so what's going to separate you is how well you do all of these things, and also pay attention to the on-site. And so websites with good, unique content and a great user experience, right? So, you want to leverage multimedia, right? Leverage video, leverage images, like real images, keep people on the site longer. The longer they stay, the better chances you have to convert. You want a page for each one of the loan options that you offer, right? A page strictly designed for that, right? You not just a page that lists all of them. I'm talking about a page that is all about jumbo loans or all about VA loans, right? And then there's enough content on that page, enough unique content that answers questions, that provides value, that is going to, and that's unique, right? It's not copied from another website or anything like that. Also, think about some of the surrounding cities or neighborhoods that are in your city or around your city. Think about adding some pages for that with unique content as well, right? And you can optimize that around a keyword that you want to show up for. And then grab a sip here. And so you need content at every page, and you want to have the main keyword in the title tag of the H1, right? Or the heading. The first heading is like include your keyword in it, right? So the keyword might be like jumbo loan in your city, right? And then so you want to include that in the title and the heading of that article, right? And then the meta description. So that title is what shows up in the search results. That blue link that people click on, that is the title tag. And then the meta description is what is right below it. It gives a little description about what's on that page. Use that to sell the click, right? It's not important to put a lot of keywords in that meta description area. What you want to do there is focus on selling the click. How are you going to get someone to click on your page versus the one that's right below it? So, and then name, address, and phone number in the footer of your website on every single page. Name, address, phone number. Blog with content updates, syndication as well. Get that syndicated and picked up in other news sites. But that blog, right? You want that website fresh, updated with new content. It gives Google a reason to come back to your website, looking for new content. They like that. Google likes that. Google's little search robot. It's going to look at that and see like, okay, they're trying to educate their audience. They're giving them a reason to come back to the website. That's a good thing. And focus on page speed, desktop and mobile, right? So in my last webinar, I covered all this in depth in a much more lengthy, but these are things you want to pay attention to. Review the last webinar we did and check that out again. I go through, how to check your page speed and what to pay attention to, and talked about the blogging and and the syndication of that blog. So and then there's some off-page factors, right? Like those citations, reviews on many different sites, like Yelp, Zillow, Facebook, building links back to your website, right? From links from other websites that link to your website shows Google like that your website is valuable, right? If I put a link on my website to another website, that website that I just linked to is like, oh, that website, Google looks at that like, hey, that website must have value, right? It's essentially like a vote, almost like a popularity contest, right? The more votes or the more links that you have, the better you'll do in the search results. So, and all these citations have a valuable link that you can grab back to your site. So many of your competitors may have already done that and may be doing that. So and so again, our proven formula here is all the citations, cleaning up those, making sure you're listed with consistency. There's no duplicates, there's no inconsistencies, getting real reviews, and handling the on-page elements, right? And so this is what we do for our clients here, or for people that want to see what we do. I'd be happy to take a look at where you're ranking, what could be preventing you from not ranking in the top 3. So we'll run a keyword list. We'll look at your citations, where you're listed and where you may not be listed, and if there's any inconsistencies anywhere. We'll look at your reviews, and then we'll look at the website, right? What can be done better to help convert traffic that you're already getting? And so these are all things that we do for our clients. And like, we track all this, we test the conversions, we keep tabs on the reviews, and the ones that the ones that get results, pay attention to all these different things. So give us a call, or visit our website, mortgagebrokermarketing.com/schedule. I'm here with for a couple more minutes with any questions. Let me know if that is it, but that could be a wrap today. Let me know if there's any questions. Let me see if I'm missing. Doesn't look like it. So let me know if there's any oh, no wonder I had the chat. And in the wrong one. I look like okay, Greg, are there sites that can syndicate your blog content for you? So yeah, there's sites, there's like PR Web, like those news release sites. Look for like a press release or something like that. And yeah, was that helpful? Awesome. Well, thank you guys. And I'm here if anyone needs it. Again, mortgagebrokermarketing.com/schedule, and we'll see you next time.